in your eyes and I see love so dangerously. You're not trusting your heart to anyone. You tell me you're gonna play it smart. You're through before we start, but I believe that we've only just begun. When it's this good, there's no saying no. I want you so I'm ready to go. Through the fire, to the limit, to the wall. For a chance to be with you, I'd gladly risk it all. Through the fire, through whatever, come what may. For a chance at loving you, I take it all away. Drive down through the wire, even through the fire. I know you're afraid of what you feel. You still need time to heal, and I can help if you'll only let me try. You touched me and something in me knew what I could have with you. Now I'm not ready to kiss that dream goodbye. When it's this sweet, there's no saying no. I need you so I'm ready to go. Through the fire, to the limit, to the wall. For a chance to be with you, I'd gladly risk it all. Through the fire, through whatever, come what may. For a chance at loving you.
New world order.
In anybody else's hands, this is a microphone. In my hands, it's a pipe bomb.
New world order. New world order.
Like it or don't like it, learn to love it because it's the best thing going today.
When I start selling pussy, I don't want to hear it. When I start selling pussy, I don't want to hear nobody say shit. When you see me on the corner, bitch, mind your business. Because these recruiters have one more fucking time to fucking play with me. I get in an argument with my mom every other fucking day, and she comes in my face talking about some, oh yeah, mira, you have a degree, you could get a job any fucking where. I don't understand. Where, Wanda? Where are the jobs? Every day I apply to like 100 fucking places. Bitch, I am so broke. I'm rationing my pussy with these tampons. Okay, bitch, I'm on my period right now. My cramps was horrible because I'm like, bitch, I don't know if we're gonna make it through the week. I'm over it!
What you want to do? Decades? Yards? What you want?
What the fuck you want me to say, nigga?
No matter what I want, it's a matter what you want. You want some advice?
Advice. Alright. We here, why the fuck not? I'm all ears.
On the chorus, ad-lib a little bit. Layer the vocals.
New world order.
Nigga, where's my money? I got the 4-pounder sitting right here. Don't try nothing funny. Something like that. You know, Nazir, 93, 94.
New world order.
You know, that old shit you talking about, nah, nigga, something more like, I got the blicky on me, OG, so don't try nothing tricky on me, OG.
I got mine too, young G,
world order.
9 millimeters, and a lot of reasons why you shouldn't fuck with me either, young G. I'm the one that can pay you. I don't need to be the one that's gonna slay you.
Fuck, is this a battle right now?
I'm the brutalizer. I'm the Buddhicizer. I'm the accelerator. I ain't the type of nigga that be pissing in your elevator, but sometimes the rap game remind me of the crap game. I used to sport pallies and gazelles with black frames, but now I'm in the new chick tech back.
New world
Your
order.
father is the only
world
man who wanted you to be better than him. I love you, man, but I don't want you to be better than him. Your father wants you to be better than him. And when he dies, you realize it. And what the part that fucked me so bad was when my daddy died, I didn't have nobody to say they was proud of me. It fucked me up. Cause you know my dad used to call me and say, man, I'm so proud of you. And when he died, man, nobody said that.
Who the fat bitch in the bag?
Damn.
Who fat?
Nah, the one in the red. I ain't trying to talk to y'all. I'm trying to talk to the one in the red.
Bitch, we don't give a fuck where your camera is.
Oh my, you are the ugliest bitch I ever seen in my life. Don't ask me no questions. You too ugly to be asking anybody questions, my nigga. I should be asking you a question. Why are you so ugly? Stop asking me stupid shit. And your friend got a fat old ass. I'll tell you that though. Your friend got an ass on her. If she lucky. Oh, y'all all sister. Damn, why she get the shit under the stick? I thought that shit ugly don't run in y'all family, so why she got it?
So every man got a weakness, and shorty right here, she mine. They call her the throat goat, and she earned that crown.
New world order.
She the throat goat, baby, taking all control. All control. Got me testifying like she's saving my soul. Saving my soul. Every time she blesses me,
New world order.
Lose my mind. She the throat goat, baby, one of a kind. One of a kind. Met her at the juke joint, sipping on gin. Had that sly little smile, knew the trouble I'm in. Said, baby, let me show you what my mouth do. Well, next thing I know, I'm thanking God that I found you. Hallelujah. Every lick on spit, she takes it to the face. To the face. No drop left behind, she the real saving grace. Saving grace. And when she finish up, I can barely stand. Barely stand. She the only woman turn a boy to a man. Boy to a man. On her knees, got me begging for more. More. Hit the right note, had me down on the floor. Down on the floor. Baby, you the preacher, I'm the choir tonight. Choir tonight. Singing hallelujah while you do it right. She the throat goat, baby, taking all control. Taking all control. Got me testifying like she's saving my soul. Saving my soul. Every time she bless me, I lose my mind. Lose my mind. She the throat goat, baby, one of a kind. One of a kind. See the neighbors know her name, cause I sing it loud. Oh Lord. Every time she suck it, I'm so damn proud. That's right. Call it gospel head, yeah, she set me free. Got me writing blues songs about her eating this deep. Tongue game strong.
milk. Spilling milk. Baby, take your time, don't you dare let go. Cause the way you suck it, girl, you're putting on a show. Finish up. On her knees, got me begging for more. More, more, more. Hit the right note, had me down on the floor. Down on the floor. Baby, you the preacher, I'm the choir tonight. Choir night. Singing hallelujah while you do it right. She the throw goes, baby, taking all control. Control. Got me testifying like she's saving my soul. Saving my soul. Every time she bless me, I lose my mind. She the throw gold, baby, one of a kind. One of a kind. Now the fellas in the band, they don't understand. Don't understand how one little woman got me in
New world order.
But I ain't complaining, let the record show. Let it show. She the queen of the head, yeah, the whole world knows. When she call my name, I come running fast. Running fast. Cause I know that head game always gon' last. Always gon' last. So pour another shot, put it on the floor. This song right here for the throw goal. Testifying like she say, saving my soul. Saving my soul. Every time she bless me, I lose my mind. Lose my mind. She the throw go, baby, one of a kind. One of a kind. One of a kind, baby.
New world order.
Let the whole world know she's a throw go.
Loyalty cost me more than these diamonds and chains. More than long nights, more than tears and pain. I stayed 10 toes when the ground got weak. Held folks down who was plotting on me. Gave my last dollar, gave my last ride. Gave real love, got fake on the other side. Every hand I shook had a blade tucked in. Now I look at trust like a place I ain't been. I wore my heart like a name on a shirt. Now I keep it buried where nobody can work. A man don't turn cold for no reason at all. Usually somebody he loved, let him fall. Loyalty cost me more than love ever did. Gave my all to folks who never gave me shit. Now I keep my heart tucked under my ribs. Cause loyalty cost me more than love ever did. Yeah. Had family go missing when the money got low. Had friends turn strange when the doors got closed. Had women say forever with one eye on the exit. That kind of pain make a real one reckless. I was pouring from a cup that was already cracked, giving second chances I should've never gave back. Now if I move different, don't take it wrong. I just learned hard lessons from holding on too long. I wore my heart like a name on a shirt. Now I keep it buried where nobody can work. A man don't turn cold for no reason at all. You
hope everyone can hear me. All hundreds of y'all. Hope y'all can hear me. I'm sitting here looking. I'm trying to organize so I can actually do this, and I just noticed how gray my beard has gotten. Oh, that just tells you how little I actually look at myself. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I just noticed like how much gray I have in my beard now. Wow. That's a little bit much for me to take right now. Another thing I just really kind of come to terms with, not come to terms with it. One of the things I just kind of noticed, I just don't have any time. Because I was I was supposed to be on stress. No, I don't know if it's stress. It might be, I don't know. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do this one because I got so much stuff to do. A lot of times when y'all see me in like other people's chats, like Michonne's or whoever I'm in the chat, 9 times out of 10, I'm not at home. I'm usually on somebody's job or I'm doing something or I'm in transition. It is rare that I get to sit down and do anything, sit down at home, because I'm always on the go. I was supposed to start this stream like an hour or so from now, but I gotta, if I don't do it now, I probably won't do it. So that's why I'm here. And I'm not sure how much of the stream I'm going to actually get through because I got more stuff that just popped up. This shit. Let me tell y'all something. And kind of gonna go a little bit on what today's theme is, what everybody's been talking about a little bit, the past several months, whatever. Doing this shit, doing life alone is a motherfucker. And I do not recommend it for anybody. And anybody out here talking about that they can do bad all by themselves, you goddamn right you can do bad by yourself. And it's rough. And I'm a dude that can handle a lot. And it's rough. I ain't complaining. I'm just saying it'd be nice to have a little bit of help right now with some of the shit I got going on. Anyway, so I'm gonna get to it so I can get on up out of here. I got a few things I want to talk about. Interesting. One of the things I want to talk about, and I'm kind of pontificating right now, is when I'm trying to, I shout out to like Michonne and the very creative streamers out here who can do this shit off the top of their dome and they're extremely creative. So I have things how I think should go in my head and it looks good in my head, but translating that stuff out into real time, that takes a special skill that I unfortunately do not have. I can write, I can create, I'm an ideas guy, but sometimes implementing this shit is just a little bit difficult for me to do, like this stream here. And because it ain't, the way it's unfolded ain't nothing like the way I envisioned it. But neither here nor there. Let's get right down to it. I was kind of thinking a little bit earlier today that, for most of human history, the average person wasn't viewed as a failure. The average person used to be the standard. Now, the average person, they were the goal. The average person was the backbone, of society, of family, of whatever. Nobody really looked at a man who worked 40 years in a factory and paid his bills and stayed married and raised his children, attended church, coached Little League, took care of his parents, and then retired on a modest pension. And no one said that man was not a provider, and no one said that man wasted his life. When at the end of that man's life, when they were utilizing this man, it was in honor and awe of the life and the sacrifice that he's made. They called him respectable. They called him dependable. they called him a provider, and not because of fucking money, although money plays a part in things. But we spend so much time now focused on money, which I guess, I don't know, and they called this person a pillar of his community. And nobody looked in his wife. No one looked at a woman who raised children and worked a job, cared for aging family members, and held a household together, and still was of service to her husband, and called her average as an insult. They called her honorable. They called her the glue that held the family together. And for generations, ordinary people were celebrated because ordinary people were the ones that this thing moved around. But somewhere between LBJ, the rise of social media, reality television, the influencer culture, celebrity worship, algorithm-driven validation, something changed. And here in 2026, the average person is no longer viewed as respectable. Even though everyone is average at best, to quote Kevin, everybody, damn near everybody, is average at best. The average person is unfortunately viewed as some kind of loser or somehow missed the secret meeting where everybody learned how to become a fucking millionaire, or a content creator, or a CEO, or a crypto investor, or a lifestyle guru. Shout out to Cheyenne Bryant, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, or a brand ambassador. Or my favorite that a lot of women like to say, I'm an entrepreneur, even though her entrepreneurship is selling and installing lashes on women who don't need them. Look, so those of you who believe if someone, specifically a man, namely a black man, who earns between, because I'm going to talk a little bit about money, because we get fucking obsessed with it. We earn somewhere between, if someone earns between 50 to 75K, then somehow that motherfucker is unmotivated, lack ambition, and somehow worthless and not worthy of an ounce of respect. So let me ask you silly motherfuckers this. So which specialties, which things that need to be taken care of in this world are you calling not valuable and not worth it? What are you dragging down when you downgrade a 50K, a 75K, or somebody like that, and you call them worthless or not worthy? Or it's not enough, or they're not a provider, or better yet, you view somebody who's making 50 to 75K as somebody that you gotta build. I mean, really? I mean, do you silly motherfuckers even know the kind of profession that earns between 50 and 70K? Do you know the professions? Do you know the things that need to be done in this to keep this country and this world moving? Do you know what they earn? Do you know who earns that keep you going in development? Do you know what the fuck they earn? Do you know what jobs those are? And that's a rhetorical question, because most of you don't know. Why are you throwing out 50K ain't worth a damn? But let me help some of you underdeveloped minded assholes out a little bit. Here are some professions, and some of these professions, a lot of these professions require higher education, skilled trade certifications, time investment, 2, 4, 6, or 8 years worth of investment in learning, but they only pay 55 or 60K or 70K based on how society views them. And God bless these people who decided to roll into these areas because they're needed. So let me ask you something. Is a licensed social worker, is that somebody who you need to help build? Is that somebody who's not motivated? A licensed social worker, not only do they have to go to and get a 4-year degree, but then they also have to go and become a state bar, and licensed and certified. Shout out to Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, who don't think that that's possible, that you don't need that. But their salary range is 55 to 70K, and that 70K is like towards the end of their career. But they're not worth anything. But there are men and women who are licensed social workers, but we got bitches out here talking about, I can't deal with somebody I got to take care of. You don't think that skill set, that work, especially with the plethora of gremlins that have been unleashed into our society over the last 20 years, we don't need them? What about children's service workers? Where all you damn gremlins, when they're out, 12, 13 years old, they're out at 1 o'clock in the morning because you at the fucking club and they walking down the street carrying AR-15s and stuff like that, like they do here in St. Louis in the middle of the night. The news can find your kid, but the police can't. You can't. And they're on the news. We're watching in real time. These dudes, these 13, 14-year-old guys driving down the street in downtown St. Louis with ARs hanging out the doggone window of a scat pack that they stole. But you don't know nothing about your kid. So that person, child service worker, that's not. How about the guys, the guy that as Mashawn said, took his 8-month, 7-month pregnant baby mom up out of here, and she got 2 other kids. Guess who's stepping in to help that family with them kids? It's a child service worker or a social service agent, but they're not valuable because they make $50,000 a year or $65,000 a year. So they need you. Somebody needs you to take care of them, but they're getting paid pennies to take care of you, and relatively speaking. What about a probation officer? $55,000 to $75,000 a year. What about a high school history, English, or math teacher? $55,000 to $75,000, and the $75,000 depending on the geographical area. We're not talking about New York, California, all these extremely expensive places. The rest of the country lives in the middle. You're not getting close to $75,000 to the end of it, to the end of your career. What about accountants, the people that you go to for your taxes? They're not valuable. They're not valuable. They're in that price range. What about your diesel mechanic? This one, I'm going to admit, it's personal to me because this is what my father has been for the last 49 years, a diesel mechanic. And he left there earning $75,000 a year. And we'll get to that in a minute. What about an electrician, an HVAC technician? What about a facilities maintenance technician for these buildings you go to work in? When the elevator breaks down, the AC breaks down in these industrial buildings, what about them? They earn, so you mean to tell me that you got to come in and take care of them? That they're not worth it because they don't own the building? Salute to Ebony K. Williams. What about the police officer? Nah, I personally can't stand police. I don't think they're that useful, but But let's just say society views police officers as useful. So we're going to go with that today. We're not going to go by what I personally think. The society views police officers as useful. When you in trouble, when you tired of knocking, as Mashawn say, knocking you between the washer and the dryer, who do you call? Who do you call? They only make, on average, 55 to 75,000. We're not talking about these large metro cities, and that's their base. They can make a little bit more because of overtime, whatever, but that's their base. What about you people that's in rehab, substance abuse, mental health specialist? These are all individuals who make that $55,000 to $70,000 a year that we sit here and we get women, or we get people out here and women out here that are out here, specifically women out here talking about, I can't get with somebody like that. Some who make this kind of money and don't know what those damn jobs or positions are attached to and how vital they are. And you sit there talking about you need to take care of somebody, that you don't want to take care of somebody. Speaking of not being that not want to take care of somebody, according to blackdemographics.com, the most from 2026, the data from 2025 for Black women in these United States of America, the average Black woman, which is about 80% of Black women, earn $942 a week. That is $48,000 a year. So the average Black woman that you see up on these fucking, on the tickety talks, on the YouTubes and in your real life, because they talk like this shit in real life, where they talk about a man who makes $55,000 a year and don't make enough. These bitches don't even make $55,000 a year. What the average Black man actually make. And got the fucking nerve to talk about they don't want to take care of nobody when they don't even produce the same volume of resources in the home as their man do. But we want to shit on them because somehow ordinary or average is somehow now a dirty fucking word. So you big, fat, dusty bitches, I'm a fat dude, so I can say it. You don't even earn what the hell you keep saying you don't want because you think 40K needs your help to build a 55K man. The level of defective brains that are walking around out here is just unfathomable. I sent Miss Shawn a super chat, and we talked about, because somebody in her chat was like, you know, because I mentioned the fact that I've been with women that made more money than me, and I told her my wife made like $115 a year, or whatever case it may be, and I made like 50 something at the time, $57,000 at the time. She made $115,000. She made over double what I made. But let me tell you something, and this is hilarious. I'll never forget the day. This is towards the ending of this marriage. This woman is standing in my house that I moved her into. Now, $57,000, and you know, $57K almost 20 years ago was a lot of fucking money. Just thought I'd let you know that. But I moved this 6-figure woman into my house. And towards the end of that marriage, which lasted over a decade, that woman had the audacity. And mind you, she did not pay the bills for the upkeep of house. She didn't pay for the mortgage. Well, there was no mortgage. By the way, at 57, I didn't have a mortgage. So she didn't pay no utilities, no, she didn't pay no repairs. She didn't pay no taxes, nothing. She just lived there. Because that's my belief. I bring a woman into my world. She wants to become my permanency. She moves in with me. Her income is not necessary at the time for the upkeep of the house because it's already being maintained because I moved her in. This woman looked me dead in the face and said the only reason why I had a place to stay was for her, because of her. That was the most laughable shit I had heard up until that point. How in the hell can she fix something out to say something like that and her goddamn money did not contribute to the upkeep, maintenance, or management of the home. So delusional behavior doesn't got a salary attached to it. So you mean to tell me that ordinary and average is beneath everyone, but your sorry ass can't even produce what ordinary and average actually does, if according to blackdemographics.com, which pulls their data from various sources, including the United States Census Bureau, the Department of Labor, and all that good stuff. You mean to tell me you who make less than 55, who don't break 50, he needs you to build him? A teacher needs you to build him. A police officer needs you to build him. Social worker needs you to build him. An engineer needs you to build him. But you don't even produce what he produces that you're trying to down talk. Man, fuck y'all. The new religion of black baby mama is exceptionalism. Everybody got to be extraordinary. Everybody must be famous and must be rich, must got what they call it, motion, must have motion. They got to be a boss. Everybody must own something. Shout out to Ebony K. Williams. We're going to get to that in a minute, Mashawn, because you on that. Everybody must dominate something. Everybody must be the main character in their own damn movie. What's up, Take Heed to the Message? How you doing? Everybody. And if you're not doing it, then the culture treats you like you're defective. Being ordinary has somehow become a moral failure. Being ordinary makes you a moral failure. Stability has become boring. Responsibility is unremarkable. And consistency is invisible, means nothing. Think about how radically different this is from the values that built previous generations during World War II era. Millions of ordinary men and women across this country, and especially the men, they went across the ocean knowing that they may never come home, just for the simple pleasure of never having to. Most of our military generals during that time were not famous. Most of our military men were not wealthy. Most of them, their names we will never know because they're lost to history. But these men who wouldn't serve, they were mechanics, they were welders, they were laborers, they were factory workers, they were truck drivers, they were farmers, they were clerks. They were ordinary men asked to do extraordinary things. Ordinary men can always rise to do extraordinary things. That don't mean ordinary men have to live every day like they're extraordinary. And the fact that seems to be the fucking new standard now, which I don't understand where the fuck that came from, because the bitches that are asking for this standard ain't even extraordinary themselves. Half these hoes don't even know how to keep their pussy from not stinking. During the civil rights movement, the same principle applied for us. History only talks about a few names during that movement and prior to the movement. But that movement is built was built on the backs of ordinary people. The civil rights movement was built on the backs of thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of ordinary black folk who we don't know their names and will never know their names. We're talking about the people that housed Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, all of them when they were traveling, fed them, protected them, provided security, sent money to their wives because they, especially when Malcolm got cut off from the nation, and ordinary average Joe garbage truck workers sent money to make sure Malcolm could feed his fucking children. And the same thing happened to to Martin. These were ordinary people across churches, across mosques. They, during the boycott, the bus boycott, men who carpooled, made sure the men and the women got to work while Whitey in the fucking city was financially decimated. Those were ordinary people. But today, nobody gives a flying fuck about how remarkable and extraordinary ordinary actually is. The man who works every fucking day and stay out of trouble, pays his bills, tries to love his wife the best way he know how, raises his children, and keeps a roof over his family's head was respected. He wasn't rich. He wasn't famous. He wasn't extraordinary. But he was respected because he fulfilled his goddamn obligations. Which brings me to my fucking father, who just retired 2 weeks ago after 49 years as a diesel mechanic for Greyhound. Let me take a few seconds to talk about this man. And I'm talking about this man with reverence, and he did not raise me. I did not meet my father. His name is Otis, by the way. I got a father with an old man named Otis. My father, Otis. I didn't meet him till I was 30. That's when I met him. When I was 30 is when I met him. And at 30 in one day, I knew this was a remarkable man. He spent 49 years at Greyhound. The day my father walked into Greyhound as a 19-year-old and told them people that he wanted to be a mechanic, those people looked him dead in his face and told him that's a white man's job, boy. They handed him a mop, a fucking bucket, and told him to dump shit out of the damn buses. That's what they told my father to do. I said he retired as a diesel mechanic. He would actually get offended. He would get offended if I called him a diesel mechanic. I gotta give him his full props. He was a master mechanic. We can't short Otis. Otis can't be shorted on what he do. Otis is somebody that Ebony K. Williams, Michonne called her beautiful. That's an ugly bitch to me. Sorry. Somebody called that high yellow ugly bitch with a weird looking chin, called her beautiful. That's an ugly bitch to me. Otis ended up retiring as a master mechanic, but my father started with a mop in a bucket, even though he was a fully trained, licensed, bonded mechanic at 19. Why was that the case? Because his fucking father made sure that all 5 of his sons had a goddamn skill that they can earn for the rest of their life. My father walked in there as a dumping shit and loading baggages, and because it was a white man's job. And my father, because he was an ordinary man, and because he ended up with a family, he stayed. and he worked. And my father got to watch every fucker that tried to keep him from being a mechanic. He got to watch them die, retire, or be fired. When my father walked out of Greyhound here a couple weeks ago, he was the last fucking mechanic in the Midwest for Greyhound. When he fucking retired, he took the goddamn shingle off the building. And I was there to watch him do it. I was proud of this mechanic who did not raise me, but I got to watch him and watch what he did to the children that he did have with his wife, which was 7 girls, which 2 of them weren't his. That he met his wife with 2 children. And we'll get to that another day. But she gave my father 5 more girls and 1 more boy. And off of that diesel mechanic job, my father raised 5 girls. None of them became baby mamas. Each one of the girls that decided to have children had children with their fucking husbands. Now, whether some of them still got their husbands, that's another question. We got to watch him do that. I got to watch him work hard enough where his wife got to retire from her job 10 years early because he paid that goddamn house off. I got the privilege of 4 months ago when my dad was talking about he needed to retire, and I was going through his what it would take for him to retire, and noticing off of $70,000 a year, and only for the last 10 years he's been getting that. So we're going to average out to be about 55 grand that my fucking father is retiring a fucking millionaire a few times over. And he ain't nothing but an average, ordinary man who raised a family, worked for 49 fucking years, and we got bitches out here acting like that's beneath them. Now listen to the conversation we are hearing today. Listen to the conversation that's happening today. A man says he drives a bus, and Ebby K. Williams asks, why doesn't he own the fucking bus? A mechanic says he fixes the engines, and Ebby K. Williams asks, why doesn't he own the damn garage? A man says he works 40 hours a week, pays his bills, owns a modest home, drives a reliable car, stays somewhat faithful to his wife, and spends time with his children. And people respond as though he confessed to being a fucking failure. And what do we have today? What do they value today? They value this.
Back, relax, and let's get it. Right? What are the type of guys you prefer? Scammer, drug dealer, or 9 to 5?
Drug dealer. I want him to move that weight. I'm your pusher man.
I'm trying to be on the YouTube. Respectfully, it is what it is.
Scammer, 9 to 5, drug dealer.
Wow, that was quick. Oh, you had this planned out. She had this planned out. She's the expert. That's her whole model right now.
9 to 5 is more reliable, but scammer niggas gonna get you what you want.
Do you got a scammer nigga right now?
No.
You don't got the 9 to 5 nigga?
I don't have anybody.
You don't got the drug dealer nigga?
I don't have nobody.
I have nobody. Damn, she's lonely. Damn.
It is.
They better slide on her DMs or something. She's taking application for the winter.
I am. Oh, say less. I tell the world I prefer 9 to 5, but I really want to scam her in my heart. No funny shit. Because who are you, bitch? We didn't catch shit.
They heard that in that video.
Whoa, nah. He said, "Who are you, bitch?" Is crazy. He's on back. Hold on.
Like,
This man, hold on. This man is on bad timing.
I'm just trying to figure out who the fuck that bitch is. That's my friend over there.
Oh, you see, ladies, you gotta have a friend like this, because he is backing you up.
He in the friend zone.
Acknowledge you. All right, shout out. Let me get to these acknowledgments. Thank you guys for being here with me. Oh wow, Def the Reaper becomes a member. Thank you, Def the Reaper, for becoming a member. And of course, acknowledge you. All right, Def the Reaper became a new member. That was it. All right, Messy Michon with the $20 super chat. You are sounding off. I'm trying to do something. We ain't got
nothing to worry about. I got a low sperm count.
that's for you, Michon. And also, Mike Love is in the building. Imagine the hell he went through to be able to retire 2 weeks ago. Salute to your pops. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Acknowledge you. Abso-fucking-lutely. Thanks, Mike Love. Thank you, everybody. Here's something I wanna ask.
New world order.
Mirror on the wall. Who's the most cooked group of people of them all?
New world order. New world order.
Now, that's a pretty dangerous question. Mirror on the wall. Who's the most cooked people of them all?
New world order. New world order.
Now, not because I'm not asking because that question is hard. The answer is a little dangerous because most people don't really want to pay that much. Don't really want to answer that. Most people say that they want the truth until the truth shows up. You know, they want the truth until the truth shows up, wearing steel-toe boots and start stomping on their face because of their and stomping out their favorite excuses. Everybody claims that they want authenticity. Everybody claims that they want somebody to keep it real. Everybody claims that they want. Everybody claims that they want somebody to not lie to them.
New world order.
But suddenly everybody needs context. Everybody suddenly needs somebody got 100 reasons why the rules don't apply to them. So this evening, before anybody gets emotional, before anybody starts typing, dissertate, they're not going to do that in my chats. Before anybody starts announcing their departure from my live stream, I don't think they're going to do it. They probably do that out of boredom. Let's ask yourself this question one more time. Mirror on the wall, who is the most cooked people of them all?
New world order. New world order.
The scary part about this is a whole lot of people are cooked. And the scary part about it is they don't even know that they're cooked. These are people who think that they're thriving. These are people who think that they're winning. These are people who think that they're living their best life. Meanwhile, their entire existence is being held together by bubble gum and licorice. They're living in denial. They think they got luxury options with an economy brain. That's what they think. They think they got, king size dreams on a dollar menu and shit like that. They think a lot of things, and they think a lot of things because they listen to motherfuckers that they have no business listening to. So I want to bring up something. What the hell is this? I don't know. Uh-oh, now I see why Michelle be like, my StreamYard. I want to bring up something from the Ask a Brother podcast Michelle was on. Let's take a good look at this real quick. That's if I can find it. Here we go.
Tell me shit about myself. Y'all can't talk to me about hitting walls.
Welcome to view cheating differently and view it as a man with work.
Tell you right now.
You can mix them.
The strong, committed relationship.
Another one who's moving in that direction. And I hope that the guy that she's currently dealing with will snap her out of this. Everything got to be on my terms.
In the divine order of family structure and leadership. So I believe God, I believe spouse, and then I believe the children, right? And I think the children need leadership. I think children need guidance. And I think the best gift you could give children is modeling healthy, strong, committed relationships.
What the fuck did she just, wait a minute. Whoa, what the fuck did she just say? Did she just say that she think the best thing you can give children is to model healthy, strong relationships?
New world order.
She can't be saying that. Not this motherfucker. No. Not the baby. Not the baby mama by choice.
Between loving adults. And when I recognized that my partner didn't subscribe to that model, there was no way we could build a family together. So there was no...
Her fucking partner. I never heard my grandmother, my father's mother. I never heard my grandmother describe my grandfather, who's still alive at 90 years old. I never heard her describe my grandfather as her partner. She only described him as her husband. That's my husband. That's my husband. We work together. I do what he needs. I do what he thinks is best. If I disagree, we don't talk about that around the kids. We don't talk about it nobody. I don't fight with him around nobody. He
need to continue in the relationship. So I definitely never thought that I would be the type to literally spend money, invest in this process of finding love and commitment. And yet here I am. Because I'm at a place in my life, y'all, I want family. I really do. The man I am currently
new world order
is a beautiful, beautiful black man, a very smart, educated black man. No kids, because I do think one of the lessons I learned from my previous engagement, it's much better for a woman like me to be with a man that doesn't come with children.
New world
But
order.
I do want you to speak, Ayanla, to how women need to, position ourselves so that we can be in our divinity, so we can have our crowns right, how we can create and not build, when some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, they are not positioned to...
Whoa, what the fuck did she say? Hold on. What did she just say?
Women need to, position ourselves so that we can be in our divinity, so we can have our crowns right, how we can create and not build, when some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most cooked group of people of them all?
New world order. New world order.
And this is who so many people refer to as somebody to look up to.
I am the #1 most impactful artist.
That's what she is. Slut bucket.
They are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources. And so
she said, I gotta hear that again. I can't believe this. Hold on.
our divinity, so we can have our crowns right, how we can create and not build, when some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, they are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes.
Exactly, you lying bitch.
They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
She was so nasty and so rude that I don't ever bring anybody around me like that.
So nasty.
And that's what happened.
So rude. So nasty and so rude.
Pushbacks that I got, in the wake of Bus Driver Gate, being a woman in my early 40s, is, well, especially how dare you old bitch, seriously, seriously, because you definitely don't get no say because you've hit the wall.
So how do you choose then the other half of your child? Like, how do you?
Oh, the donor.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get to the tea. So, with a lot of consideration and specificity, No, I can be hyper controlling. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. No, I'm okay. So part of all this self-assuredness and outspokenness is also knowing one's flaws. This is not about being perfect. Man, y'all can't tell me shit. Not you ladies, but y'all, the people, the ethos can't tell me shit about myself. Y'all can't talk to me about hitting walls. Y'all can't talk to me about being controlling. Y'all can't talk to me about not wanting to compromise. I don't. I love the exclusive executive decision making I get as a solo parent.
You chose to have your daughter Liberty by yourself.
That's all she is. That's all she's saying.
New world order.
That's all she's saying. She can't be told shit. Can't be told shit. Can't be taught shit. Can't be suggested to shit. Can't do nothing but be shit. And guess what she's gonna produce in that daughter? Shit.
New world order.
Via IVF with donor sperm.
Yes, I did.
The reason why I want to bring this up, I want to hear your opinion.
Yes, Michelle, we want to hear your.
She said at the very beginning, she does not want to. She realized her mistake was getting with men that had children, and she decided a remedy is to become a single parent herself.
New
so now every guy that she now
new world order.
Her.
The goalpost is always going to move when it's based on your ego. That's what I've learned. And when you say nobody can say anything, but you're putting it out to the public, by the way.
Yeah, always.
The only reason why we know any of this because she voluntarily puts it out.
Always.
And then she gets to these points where she has to look at sperm donors, but she can't make the connect between how I'm showing up, how I'm behaving, and the options of what it is I'm having to now do as a result, but I'm still not going to change. Why are women like Ebony, why are they stuck there, in your opinion?
Because she's the most educated. Shout out to the most educated who are the most...
Acknowledge you! The most educated, we acknowledge you.
About the dummism. You, what did... Those schools, I'm telling you, they need to ask for these degrees back. Because clearly whatever the hell it is that they gave them, it doesn't. explain. That's just simple. And she's going to, first of all, that one man she was talking about was the white man that said during C-19, child, I'm done with you. I mean, I know she trying to say that she was done with him. No, he was done with you because he was going with his kids. That was already grown.
Yeah.
Why was you wasting your time? Anyway, if you allegedly want a kid, she all over the place. She been all over the place, but she is, just by what she said, the dominant, the alpha, probably female. You're not going to tell me. It's up to me. And that's why she has issues. It's evident and it's clear, but you know, that's the stars. All three of them, when you show them, beautiful. All three of them beautiful, in shape, not
vivid, not now, but I hear you.
Yeah, but she's beautiful. Ebony K. Williams is not beautiful. She looks like an alien, a high yellow alien. I know you weren't talking just about her.
Well, in that scene, before, and I don't know about the rest of them, but it's like, girl, what is the problem? It got to be you. That's what I say when it comes to the attitude. You know what I'm saying? So you can't hide your attitude, your nastiness. It's always going to come out. She was just sitting there saying it, and she's not going to ever. I'll just say, just work with a man. How? As soon as he says, child, my big toe is broke, can you take the trash out? You black men ain't shit. I'm telling you, man probably in a house like Misery, and she's still gonna say, you do it. That's the kind of person that she is. And then if the other person now has a kid and now,
but Michonne, she doesn't have to worry. There's no problem.
We ain't got nothing to worry about. I got a low sperm count.
Yeah, we ain't got nothing to worry about there.
Now you should be accepting my kid. She the one out here talking about it's okay to be a single mother. This is what she said after she became one. Bitch, what? Are you out of your mind? I said these people will say whatever, whenever, however, and y'all, not y'all, will still listen to them. She black, I'm black, we black. Girl, that's probably what you got to look out for, because these heifers don't give a damn.
Mirror on the wall. Who is the most cooked group of them all?
New world order. New world order.
Oh, should I screenshot that? Messy looking wild right there, boy.
Damn, they don't barely give a damn about their daggone selves. Child, you think they give a damn about y'all? No.
The wild part is her being able to identify what the problem is, but repackaging it as something that people need to accept versus something she needs to improve on. I'm like, you know who I'm actually most annoyed and pissed off about when it comes to the Ebony K. Williams in society? The people who have worked with her for mental health reasons, like therapists and psychologists, and the women that's in those rooms on those platforms encouraging this shit.
Jeff, that's always the problem. It's the fact that so many people give these kind of people, they give them a platform and then they give them credibility when they do so, or what they perceive to be credibility. They make them look like they're credible when they're not. These people are not credible people at all. But I'm not going to go through the whole thing. This was an interesting clip. This actually is a 13-minute clip on Jeff St. James Ask a Brother podcast. I got it from his channel. I normally try to link or not link or tag or whatever, but I didn't get a chance to do it with this one. But go back and finish watching. This was a very interesting. I remember watching this stream that they did live. So I just want to pull that out, and I'm going to get rid of this. But I want to move on to some other things, not other things, but some more examples. I want to pull up something from Michonne's new favorite show. But before I do that,
Acknowledge you.
All right. Salute to Mike Love. I don't even know what. Is that the right one, Mike Love? Here. Okay. Wait a minute. The only thing that's known about these donors is that they can't fertilize that they can fertilize an egg. I think this woman actually knows who her donor is. I get the impression that woman actually knows who her donor is. A lot of people use anonymous sperm banks and stuff like that, but I believe, because she's so damn demented, I believe she selected someone. I think she made a request of someone, and I think she chose a very specific person. And a lot of times what happens in these situations when it's known, it never fails that down the line that woman comes back and asks that guy for child support. And the courts often give it to them, even though this was an arrangement that was made between the two, and it's supposed to be without any responsibility or anything like that. So I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe that woman actually knows who her daughter's father is. I absolutely believe that, 100%. Dude said he thinks it's natural cheek clapping. Big bro. I don't. I think I don't. I no longer. I don't. Maybe because I might be just a little bit weird, but listening to her talk, nothing about her screams, "Let me knock you down. Let me beat it up." Nothing. She does not come across. She comes across like a dude. She sounds like a dude, talks like a dude, walks like a dude, got the cadence and the tone of a dude. Nothing about her says, I want to beat it up. Nothing about her says that. I like a woman to sound like a woman. She doesn't sound like a woman to me on no level. There are women who I vehemently disagree with, who I think are crazy, but they sound like women. I still knock it down. She ain't one of them. She's just not. I'm sorry. But I wanted to bring up something real quick from one of Mashawn's new favorite shows, from what's it called? Tonight's Conversation, from The Predator. I want to bring up the same incident, but two different views of it, okay? Hold on a second. Let me get it together. I want to point out something real quick. Here's a clip directly from Tonight's Conversation, okay? So I want you guys to take a look at this clip. And then I'm going to point out something, because I'm going to run it back, but I'm going to run it back a different way. Hold on.
4 jobs, 1 full-time and 3 part-time. My husband works 1 full-time job. The kids are primarily my responsibility, and he does bare minimum to help with them. He doesn't plan dates or even buy me gifts for my birthday or Mother's Day. I look up apartments all the time. I'm tired.
Do you feel like that even though you're married, it feels like you're a single mom?
Yes.
When he is at home, what is he doing to pass his time?
Sleep or playing the game with the kids.
Oh.
Truth is, I'm tired. Options are few, period.
Listen at this demonic ass woman and the advice she's about to give. This demonic ass woman. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. This demonic ass woman, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most cooked group of people of them all.
New world order.
You just described a horror movie.
There are so many men.
She works. Why she works 4 jobs? I'm telling you, it's damn near impossible to work 4 jobs and get any. So she worked 2 hours at this job, hour and a half at that job, 3 hours at this job, and 8 at this job. So she's saying I work 4 jobs, as if this woman is working around the clock 7 days a week. She never sees home. So how can you be tired of anything? When if you doing all of that, you raggedy hoe, he's doing all of the work at home. You're not doing nothing because you're working 4 fucking jobs. But that's why I think this whole I'm working 4 damn jobs is some bullshit. It's some bullshit. I work 2. I work 6 days out of the week. I work today, I work yesterday, I work tomorrow. Tomorrow I work overnight. Monday I work overnight. Tuesday I work overnight. Wednesday I got off. Thursday during the day. Friday during the day. Saturday during the day. And I'm home Thursday, Friday, Saturday evening. There's no room for a third job or a fourth job. I got to sleep. I'm old. That bitch up there is old. So she's lying. All they do is fucking lie. But this is not what I want to get into. I just am annoyed by how much they are lying, and how about they just about to jump all over this shit.
That wants a woman to work and. He wants you to work and be a mom. Work and be his therapist.
How dare you? How dare him want you to work and be a mom? Work and be supportive of him. Work and cook a meal. Work and fuck him. How dare him? The fucking audacity of this dude. The fucking audacity.
Work and be his maid. Work and be his star. If you want a woman to work and be all those things to you, you gotta work and too. How the you working and taking your home and sleeping? Working and taking your ass and playing a mother video game? How the you sit your ass on the couch after working the same amount of hours and watch her come home and work and?
I was trying to gather my words because I was hurting for you. Because this is a lot of women's story. This is a man who is neglecting his household.
Predatory. This man is predatory. He's being a predator. The thing that I call Ace, a predator. Look at Kiki. Ain't she cute? Ain't she good? That's a good looking woman right there. Chocolate skin and a whole fucking whore.
And your husband is out of order. God does not play about
How in the fuck you gonna tell her
neglect? I shouldn't have to remind you to be a father. I shouldn't have to remind you to be a husband. I shouldn't have to remind you to steward a home that you live in as well. The word of God says, husbands, love your wife as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for it.
I'm glad this raggedy. I don't know why people got so much, honor or whatever or cherish Kitty ass, because she is a self-professed, repentant in her mind whore. She talks about it all the time, how much of a whore she is, or excuse me, was. No, she's a whore, still a whore. And she gonna talk. I love that Bible verse. I'm gonna go back to it because I want her to say it again because I love it. And I'm gonna explain why this heifer got it all way wrong.
You to steward a home that you live in as well. The word of God says, husbands, love your wife as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for it.
Right. Absolutely right, Kitty the whore. Let me explain something to you, Kitty. Why you sitting up here thinking that you got the fucking corner marketed on the interpretation of the fucking Bible, because all you're doing up here is
talking.
Because that's all you do, and you think you got a right to just
talking.
Because
I'm a black woman.
So let me explain something to you, Kitty. And let me put this out there, and I've done it before, and people ignore me. And no one gives me the right answer to this. No one gives me an answer to this. So let me explain something to you, Kitty the whore. Kitty. I'll take it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll take it. Let me explain something to you, Kitty. You are absolutely right. Husband loves your wives as Christ loved the church. What did Christ do for the church? Kitty said it. Christ gave himself up to the church. What is give himself up to? Christ died for the church. So the example for the man is love your wife to the point that you need to sacrifice your life for her, which is fine. There's no requirement, biblically, no requirement for a wife for a woman to love her husband. There's no biblical requirement for a woman to love her husband. But there is a directive for the husband to love the wife, because the standard for the husband is you got to give yourself up for the wife, meaning you got to die for your wife. So let me explain this. Let me ask a question. Maybe somebody in the chat, because there's smart people in the chat. I ain't smart, but there's some smart people in the chat. There's some good looking people in the chat. I'm not. You look on the screen, I'm the king of the ugly men. I'm not. So maybe I'm missing something here. But let me ask the question. If the husband's responsibility is to give his life for the wife, what does the wife offer the husband that's more precious than his life? What does the wife offer to the husband that is more precious than his life? Because remember, Ace said, you want her to work and you want her to work and you want her to work and you want her to work and. But his if you're living or believe in that Christian dogma, his job is to give up his life for his wife. He got to love her to the point where he can give up his life for his wife. So if he has to give up his life, what can this wife offer this man that is more precious than his life? This is why Kitty the whore needs to shut the fuck up and stop all of this.
Talkity talking.
And she's using it, and I'm pointing out the fact that Kitty's a good-looking woman for a reason. We'll get to that later. That's a good-looking woman up there. And you hear what's coming out of her fucking mouth, and it sounds good to that woman. It's tickling her ear. The whore Kitty, the kitty of the whores of the kitty. I'll take a little bit if she want to give it to me, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna not lie about you. But I'm just saying, you're supposed to take a little bit from the whores, because that's what they're there for. But she's using this Bible verse as a means to try to slay, slander, and defame her husband. This clip, I'm going to remind you guys, this clip is from tonight. It's from their side of things. I got a clip with a longer version of this. So they're painting this man out to be what? They're painting him out to be what?
With no excuse, carried the burden, died on the cross for our sins, so that way we didn't owe God a debt. That is the same way that your husband is supposed to steward your marriage as well. You are supposed to lay down your...
Yes, you're supposed to steward your husband's supposed to steward the wife in the marriage to that same way. What does the wife offer the husband that's worth his life?
Life for me and the children. You're supposed to make a sacrifice.
He's supposed to lay down his life for you and the children. And what do you give him in return for that duty? It's an actual duty. So what do you give him as a duty? As a duty. That's his duty. What do you give him to say thank you? What can you give him to say thank you? What can you give him to be appreciative other than you coming up here and trying to slander him to these fucking predators on this dais?
I don't care how many hours you put in. You laid me on my back and had these children with me. I don't know if any of y'all men understand the burden that is on a woman to do the invisible labor, the labor that you do.
Man, fuck your burden.
Not see the children running around, setting up appointments, making sure their homework is good, making sure that they got money for the field trips and stuff.
Making sure they got money. Once again, implying that the fucking man sitting at home don't got no money. Because you know why? Because she working 4 jobs and all he's doing is playing the video game. That's all he's doing. Lying. Just all he's doing is just sitting there and playing the damn video game.
Exactly, you lying bitch.
like that, making sure I know what you gonna eat tonight, making sure they got the right clothes. How many men can tell me what their children's teacher's name is? When's the last time you been to a PTA meeting? When's the last time you found out what every meal for 7 days is gonna be? When's the last time you set up a doctor's appointment?
Last month, bitch.
And you want me to show up as a wife and submit to you?
You goddamn right, because what else can you do when my duty is to die for you and the kids? So you're mad that you can't do the job. Hold on a second. Let me say this real quick before I continue. You are pissed that you're a single mom. You are pissed that you're single. You're pissed that you got to go to work. You're pissed that you got a husband. At what point of life are you not pissed? You got a husband, you're pissed. You got a family, you're pissed. You got a job, you're pissed. You're single by choice, you're pissed. I'm a single mom by choice, you're pissed. I'm strong and independent, you're pissed. When are you not? People often throw in, when black men are talking about the status and the current representation of black women, they get mad. You hear them say to us all the time, you just hate black women when we're talking about the condition. Answer me this. What on God's green earth is there left to like when you're pissed at everything? You're pissed at being married. You're pissed at being single. You're pissed at having a job. You pissed at having a car. You pissed at being single that you chose. You pissed at, I don't need no man. I'm strong, independent. You pissed at 50-50. You pissed at I can do it 100% by myself. You pissed. What the fuck is there to like about a group of people who's always pissed? You told us to leave you the fuck alone. And many brothers are leaving you the fuck alone and you're pissed. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the most cooked of them all?
New world order. New world order.
Lord have mercy.
But you have no leadership.
Okay, I'm going to play that one more time, uninterrupted. Then I'm going to go to the long form of this. So this is 2 minutes and 54 seconds. I got a full clip of this. Hold on. I'm going to play this one more time without me interrupting because I want you guys to hear what this woman is saying about her husband and how these motherfuckers, and I think, Mashawn, you played this clip as well, I think. I can't remember. We're doing so many of these fucking tonight's conversations, but this is an example of how these below average, below ordinary people are pissed at average ordinary men. Listen.
So I work 4 jobs, 1 full-time and 3 part-time. My husband works 1 full-time job. The kids are primarily my responsibility, and he does bare minimum to help with them. He doesn't plan dates or even buy me gifts for my birthday or Mother's Day. I look up apartments all the time. I'm tired.
Do you feel like that even though you're married, it feels like you're a single mom?
Yes.
When he is at home, what is he doing to pass his time?
Sleep or playing the game with the kids.
Oh.
Truth is, I'm tired.
Options are few, period.
You just described a horror movie.
There are so many men that wants a woman to work and. He wants you to work and be a mom, work and be his therapist, work and be his maid, work and be his star. If you want a woman to work and be all those things to you, you gotta work and too. How the you working and taking your home and sleeping? Working and taking your ass and playing a motherfucking video game? How the you sit your ass on the couch after working the same amount of hours and watch her come home and work and?
I was trying to gather my words because I was hurting for you, because this is a lot of women's story. This is a man who is neglecting his household, and your husband is out of order. God does not play about neglect. I shouldn't have to remind you to be a father. I shouldn't have to remind you to be a husband. I shouldn't have to remind you to steward a home that you live in as well. The word of God says, husbands, love your wife as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for it with no excuse. Carried the burden, died on the cross for our sins, so that way we didn't owe God a debt. That is the same way that your husband is supposed to steward your marriage as well. You're supposed to lay down your life for me and the children. You're supposed to make a sacrifice. I don't care how many hours you put in. You laid me on my back and had these children with me. I don't know if any of y'all men understand the burden that is on a woman to do the invisible labor, the labor that you...
Real quick, with Kitty being a self-professed whore, how often do you think she was actually laying on her back? I think Kitty likes it face down, ass up. I don't think she's likes boring shit.
Do not see the children running around, setting up appointments, making sure their homework is good, making sure that they got money for the field trips and stuff like that, making sure I know what you gonna eat tonight, making sure they got the right clothes. How many men can tell me what their children's teacher's name is? When's the last time you've been to a PTA meeting? When's the last time you found out what every meal for 7 days is gonna be? When's the last time you set up a doctor's appointment and you want me to show up as a wife and submit to you, but you have no leadership?
All right, so that was the short form 2-minute clip that they put on tonight's conversation page. Let's take a look at the slightly longer one.
Some noise!
Let's put this video together.
We got our first question at the mic. What's your name? What's your question?
Yes, my name is Alex, and I want to start by saying it's so long, but I'm going to try to make it short.
Real quick, I want to tell you that I got this clip from somebody else's channel, so they pop in and talk over a little bit. She's a little muffled and annoying a little bit, so just bear. I just want us to focus on the conversation on tonight's conversation, okay?
So I work 4 jobs, 1 full-time and 3 part-time. My husband works 1 full-time job. We've been married for 10 years as of April 9th. We have 2 sons, 5 and 8. The kids are primarily my responsibility, and he does bare minimum to help with them. He doesn't plan dates or even buy me gifts for my birthday or Mother's Day. He says that he's too tired or he doesn't know what I like, or I'm too picky.
So hold on a second. In that original clip from the Tonight's Conversations page, they did not state that the man worked full time. They said all he did was sit his ass at home and play games while she worked 4 fucking jobs. Do you see how fucking diabolical that is? And they jumped on him because he's working. They didn't ask what job did he get, how laborious that job is. None of that. He works a full-time, and if he's a man, he's probably working a very laborious job. And then she starts complaining about he don't plan enough dates. Bitch, you plan a date. Why does he have to be here? He has to die for you, pay for the dates, pay for your living, take care of the kids, die for the kids, come home, plan the dates, take the water out of tap water, turn it into wine, make the car fly, bring Jamaica to you. He got to do all of this shit. And then, if you did not notice, she said, he says I'm too picky. And she's being like he wrong. If the nigga telling you too picky, bitch, you're too picky. That means you can't be satisfied. That means you always complaining. You're always complaining. You're married and you're complaining. You got a family and complaining. Your husband is working and you're complaining. He coming home and you're complaining. The fuck?
And he does bare minimum to help with them.
He does bare minimum to help. You think a man with sons is doing the bare minimum. You're going to see what fucking bare minimum is when these boys start smelling themselves and they start challenging you in the house like they can whoop your ass. You're going to see what bare minimum is with your husband then. When that lion that you got laying next to you, that king of the jungle that you got laying next to you, he got to go wreck shop with his sons because his sons in their mind that they can go around and beast up on their mother. My grandfather, my dad's dad, told me a story with my father. My father, when he was a teenager, had the audacity, as Michonne likes to say, had the audacity to bow up at my grandmother, at his mother, and get in her face. And when my grandfather came home from work, and he was a machinist. When he came home from work and was told what my dad did to her, I'm surprised my father didn't get murdered. But this is one of the few times that my grandfather didn't put the foo-fops on my father. You know what he told him? He said, son, let me tell you something. That might be your mother, but that's my goddamn woman. If you ever in your life talk to, step to, bow up at, or act like, or pretend like, or think like, or dream like you want to impose your will on my woman, he said, I will take you out of here. I got FOMO like you. We will put your ass in a box and bury you. If you ever step to my woman like that again, and you better be lucky you're my son. She's not going to understand talking about his bare minimum until one of those boys challenges her when he's 13, 14, 15 years old. And he's too strong for her to really do anything about it. While you thinking what he's doing is the bare minimum. You ungrateful ass slut bucket bitch. Fuck all y'all. TJ, you hate black women. No, I hate these motherfuckers. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most cooked group of people of them all?
New world order.
Come on, let's listen up to the rest. So already from the clip from their actual channel to this long form clip, you already see how much they edited out of that original clip to make this man look like a damn monster. And what did that woman describe it? A war zone or some kind of abomination or something like that? This is crazy work.
He doesn't plan dates or even buy me gifts for my birthday or Mother's Day. He says that he's too tired or he doesn't know what I like or I'm too picky.
He doesn't know what you like because you're always complaining about the shit that he do. The reason why I notice, and maybe this is exposing me a little bit, my wife was the same fucking way. No matter what I did, no matter what gift I got, it was always never good enough. Even if I got the shit that she actually asked for. This motherfucker would complain about the stuff she would ask for. I would get it, and she would complain about it.
He's late everywhere. He's late everywhere when we go places. Even with me getting myself ready and the kids, he's still not ready to go. I look up apartments all the time. I'm tired.
Look for apartments because you think you at the brink of like wanting to separate.
Yes.
Do you feel like that even though you're married, it feels like you're a single mom?
Yes. Yes.
Now, when he is at home, what is he doing to pass his time?
Sleep or playing the game with the kids.
Oh, you got.
Notice what she said. Sleep or playing the game with the kids. But she just said he doesn't spend any time with the kids. Remember, let's roll that back. Hold
on, but I'm gonna try to make it short. So I work 4 jobs, 1 full-time and 3 part-time. My husband works 1 full-time job. We've been married for 10 years as of April 9th. We have 2 sons, 5 and 8. The kids are primarily my responsibility, and he does bare minimum to help with them. He doesn't plan dates or even buy me gifts for my birthday or Mother's Day. He says that he's too tired or he doesn't know.
She said he doesn't spend time with the kids.
What I like, or I'm too picky. He's late everywhere. He's late everywhere when we go places. Even with me getting myself ready and the kids, he's still not ready to go. I look up apartments all the time. I'm tired.
Look for apartments because you think you at the brink of like wanting to separate.
Yes.
Do you feel like that even though you're married, it feels like you're a single mom?
Yes. Yes.
Now, when he is at home, what is he doing to pass his time?
Sleep or playing the game with the kids.
Oh, you got one.
Sleep or playing the game with the kids. Even though just seconds ago, she said he doesn't spend any time with the kids. He has 8 and 10-year-old boys. What the hell you think 8 and 10-year-old boys want to do? They want to play the damn game. What is he doing with his kids? He's playing the game. Do you think when he's playing the game, he's not pouring, as you guys like to say, pouring into his sons? You don't think he's not doing that? This is crazy work. This is crazy, crazy work that these people are doing. And they sitting up in here playing in your face. Playing in your face. It's almost, I don't know what to say about this stuff. This is wild stuff. Hold on. Let's play another one real quick.
Someone a second chance, and we started over saying I am giving someone a second chance, and we started over saying we're going to do it God's way. So if I start seeing the same devilish ways in him, or is it a sign from God telling me to just run and walk away?
Have you?
So the guy that she wants to give a second chance to, she just sat there and said, I keep seeing the devilish ways. She's calling this man the devil.
I am giving someone a second chance, and we started over saying we're going to do it God's way. So if I start seeing the same devilish ways in him, or is it a sign from God telling me to just run and walk away?
Have you? He gave you the answer.
World order.
He revealed that spirit to you and you chose not to listen. Revealed that spirit to you and you chose not to listen. The devil tempts you, God tests you. When God sends you a
Look at Kitty. Look at Kitty. Smooth, beautiful skin, nice looking sister. I keep bringing up the beauty. We're gonna get to that in a minute. Keep bringing up the beauty. Look at that pretty sister. Now that's not a good profile of her, but nice looking sister. She's a self-proclaimed whore, but nice looking sister. With all that makeup and all that process, all that shea butter balm on her skins.
test. If you choose not to listen to it, you're going to fall back in the same cycle because he gives us free will. But if you have an intimate relationship and a personal relationship with God, like you say so, then that means that when you were praying to you, he was able to bend down and give you an answer. Why didn't you listen if he gave you the answer? Because it doesn't align with what it is that you truly want. Most times the reason why we stay messing with somebody that God is trying to protect us from is because we're operating in a familiar spirit that we don't want to acknowledge. So that those devilish characteristics that you're talking about, I'm wondering if they are mirroring something in you that you need to address. Because once again, like I said, if you got a personal relationship with God, you would have heard it. So he's giving you warnings. Why are you not listening?
I thought this would be the one. I am giving someone a second chance, and we started over saying we're going to do it God's way. So if I start seeing the same devilish ways in him, or is it a sign from God telling me to just run and walk away?
He gave you the answer. He revealed that spirit to you, and you chose not to listen.
I want y'all to listen to what they're telling her. I want you to listen to what she's asking, the lady's asking, and what they're talking to her, and what they're saying, and all of the assumptions that they're making, because something is about to happen. Something is about to happen.
The devil tempts you. God tests you.
The devil tempts you.
When God sends you a test, if you choose not to listen to it, you're going to fall back in the same cycle because he gives us free will. But if you have an intimate relationship and a personal relationship with God, like you say so, then that means that when you were praying to you, he was able to bend down and give you an answer.
New world order.
Because it doesn't align with what it is that you truly want. Most times the reason why we stay messing with somebody that God is trying to protect us from is because we're operating in a familiar spirit that we don't.
Remember, God is trying to protect them for something. God is trying to protect her from something.
Acknowledge you.
Shout out to my homeboy Kofa with the $10 super chat. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the 10 spot. You're not alone. It's either never enough or it's always changing. When he says he doesn't know what she thinks, he means that shit because she changes her mind from the last time. Hashtag SYCBM. Hashtag SYCBM. Absolutely, Copa. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Always thank you for that, brother. Appreciate it.
Acknowledge you.
I want to acknowledge. So that those devilish characteristics that you're talking about, I'm wondering if they are mirroring something in you that you need to address. Because once again, like I said, if you got a personal relationship with God, you would have heard it. So he's giving you warnings. Why are you not listening?
I thought this would be the one.
You know.
She's talking about me. I want to know what's the devil's way.
Y'all see that? Ace is getting a little scared. Something's happening. Ace is getting a little scared. What's happening?
You got a personal relationship with God, you would have heard it. So he's giving you warnings. Why are you not listening?
I thought this would be the one.
You know.
She's talking about me. I want to know what's the devil's way.
Security, did y'all come together?
We did. I guess the question is.
You notice how that motherfucker called security, how he got scared? Did you see this brother that walked up there? The brother the dude she talking about, she came with. She described this man as devilish in front of all of these people while he's sitting there, and they up there running with that narrative. And then when his brother got tired of hearing himself getting slandered, he gets up. And when he gets up, what does Ace, the cowardly predator, to do? Security! Security! Like the bitch he is.
It's like, what are the devilish ways? I guess that was the question for me. Now, while I get when we started off real hot and heavy, but because we couldn't communicate, we fell apart. Maybe for like a couple of weeks. We were still having relations during that time. So while she's talking about a second chance, we never left. Again.
And he's angry and he's frustrated, and this woman just got up there and the raggedy hoe lied. She lied to shame, embarrass, humiliate this brother, and we do this shit, and we're doing it for what? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the most cooked of them all?
New world order.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
I guess that was the question for me. Now, while I get when we started off real hot and heavy, but because we couldn't communicate, we fell apart. Maybe for like a couple of weeks. We were still having relations during that time. So while she's talking about a second chance, we never left. Again,
she's talking about a second chance, and they never broke up. But Ace up there wanted to call security, because this is how Ace felt about it.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
That's how Ace felt about him showing up there. He was pissed, he was scared, and he was like, did nobody come to...
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
At some point, this was going to happen. Why these women get up there trying to shame... Let me finish it.
I guess the question is, like, what are the devilish ways? I guess that was the question for me. Now, while I get when we started off real hot and heavy, but because we couldn't communicate, we fell apart. Maybe for like a couple of weeks. We were still having relations during that time. So while she's talking about a second chance, we never left. Again, the devilish ways. Ain't no cheating, ain't no outside nothing, ain't no disrespect, ain't nothing that.
But a loose temper.
Ain't no cheating, ain't no disrespect, ain't no none of that. Ain't no none of that. So what is my devilish ways? And what the fuck does this predator, this fucking coward of a man, Ace, says to him? Check this shit out.
Relations during that time. So while she's talking about a second chance, we never left. Again, the devilish ways. Ain't no cheating, ain't no outside nothing, ain't no disrespect, ain't nothing that.
But a loose temper.
The question is,
hold on,
what is the devil's way?
Hear me out. But a loose temper?
You see how timid he's being? But a loose temper? What do you expect for him to do? Not every man you're going to be able to fucking play with. That there is such a thing called righteous indignation. There is such a thing as justifiable anger. There is a thing, and this man had every fucking right to be upset with what this broad got up there trying to do to his character, calling him devilish. And and Ace understands that this one was gaslight, but what is this fucking predator doing? This motherfucker is trying to paint this man as the big, angry black man for no goddamn reason. Ace is a goddamn predator. Fuck him. He's a piece of shit. I would tell him to his face, fuck you.
Yeah.
When we think about how we can fall short,
right?
Sometimes it's not always the flashy things.
Understood.
Sometimes we can bulldoze our way. Sometimes we can be over talking. Sometimes we can impose our will on other people. What I'm saying is, and this is to you, brother, as the leader in this relationship, if you really care about making this second chance work, get some guidance in here. Because here's the thing. Right now, you may see this episode and see a mirror, right? Because here's the thing, how often do we get to see how we react to things?
How was it? Woo!
Most often there's not a camera in your face. But when you rewatch this, you might be like,
oh, but you're not telling that raggedy bitch, oh, you might want to go back and rewatch this. You might want to go back and look at what you did to your man. You might want to go back and look at how you labeled him. You might want to go back and see that you never explained what's so devilish about this man. You might want to go back and see, do you even know your man that you could get up here and do some shit like this to him in the public and he not respond? How in the fuck do you not know that about him? I was talking to somebody on the phone about this clip, and I said, I'm just like that nigga. I'm going to get you where you show out. If my woman show out in public, you raggedy motherfucker, I'm going to show out with you right there. I don't care about embarrassing you. You ain't going to sit there and play in my face in public without any goddamn consequences.
I did come in a little hot. Now, for the rest of the night, if you got a question.
He had a right to come in there hot, you raggedy mouth motherfucker.
Can you make sure your ain't here?
He meant that shit. He meant every bit of that. He wasn't playing. He said, if you want to come up here and trash your guy for no reason, make sure he ain't here. Right, because the money is in the finesse. Because he's a fucking predator. Because he's a fucking predator. This is wild work. Let me explain something to you real quick. I'm gonna take my glasses. I done broke my damn glasses. I done broke my damn glasses. Everyone, I shouldn't say everyone, but for the sake of argument, everyone expects the devil to show up with a red face, with horns, and a forked tongue. That's the image that most people got in their head. They expect the devil to be obvious. They expect evil to walk into the room looking ugly, sounding ugly, acting ugly. But that's not how the Bible describes Lucifer, the devil. The Bible describes him as beautiful. The Bible describes him as wise. The Bible describes him as persuasive. The Bible says he masquerades as an angel of the light. Think about that for a minute. I kept referring to Kitty being a nice looking woman. I kept referring to Kitty being a nice looking woman. The Bible describes the devil as persuasive. Kitty sounds persuasive because she rattling off Bible verses and misinterpreting them in a way to get her to do predatory work. Think about that for a minute. The devil is an angel of light, not an angel of darkness, not an angel of destruction, an angel of light. Something attractive, something appealing, something that catches your eye before it captures your mind. Something that looks so good on the outside that you never bother to inspect what's going on up underneath all of that. And maybe that's why so many fucking people keep falling for the same trap over and over and over and over again. Because we keep expecting danger to look like danger. We keep expecting perception to announce itself. Or, I'm sorry, deception. We keep expecting deception to announce itself. We keep expecting bad ideas to come with a warning label. But that's not how deception works. Nobody sells poison and call it poison. No one sells destruction by calling it destruction. Nobody markets foolishness by calling it foolishness. Nobody markets things as freedom and calls it freedom and empowerment. They market this shit as self-expression. They market it as living your truth. They market it as doing what's best for you. They marketed it as strong, independent, I don't need no man. And because it sounds good, because it feels good, because it scratches in the itch that we already had, people buy it without asking what the long-term consequences may be. That's been the game since the beginning of time. The devil, Satan, Lucifer, whatever you want to fucking call him, didn't show up in the Garden of Eden breathing fires and making threats. He showed up with a conversation. Shout out to tonight's conversation. He showed up with a conversation. He showed up with a question. He showed up with an alternative perspective. He showed up offering something that sounded way better than obedience. That's what makes it dangerous. He didn't force Eve to do anything. He persuaded her. He made disobedience sound reasonable. He made rebellion sound intelligent. He made forbidden look like it's supposed to be desirable. Like having 50 fucking bodies before you're the age of 30. Having a hot girl summer. That's forbidden, but it looks desirable. And tens of thousands of years later, nothing has changed. Malcolm X once said, if you're not careful, the media will have you hating the people who are oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. We're not talking about oppressors. Just think about that. That's why so many people fall for things that sound good instead of things that are good. People hear advice that tells them that they don't need discipline. They hear advice that tells them that they don't need accountability. They hear advice that tells them that they don't need commitment. They hear advice that tells them that they don't need self-control. They hear advice that tells every uncomfortable truth and judgment, and every correction is that of someone who's being a hater. And because of that message feels good because it removes responsibility, because it strokes the ego. People embrace it without ever stopping to ask, where does this road end? And this is not like a biblical thing. I'm making an analogy. I'm making a point about how the devil shows up. The devil don't ever show up looking evil and ugly. He shows up in beauty, and he shows up in things that you want to hear. The problem is that feelings make terrible navigators, and feelings are wonderful passengers, but they are terrible drivers. And most of us are being driven by our terrible, terrible fucking feelings. If you let your emotions determine every decision, eventually you're going to crash into something, just like that lady did. I don't know what her fucking problem was with her dude, but for her to come up there and call him devilish and not be able to expound on that and do it in his face, That's crazy work. We don't value wisdom anymore because wisdom asks the questions that emotions refuse to ask. Wisdom looks beyond the moment. Wisdom examines consequences. Wisdom asks not only what sounds good today, but what will produce goods tomorrow. And let's be honest, sometimes the people giving the worst advice are the people getting the loudest applause. Once again, salute to tonight's conversation. The person telling you to avoid responsibility and get celebrated. Look at Kitty and the other broad sitting next to her. Ebony K. Williams. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant to a degree. People forget something else about Lucifer. That he was like the music director, you know, in heaven, or God's choir leader. Throughout history, music has been used to teach, persuade, and, you know, unite groups and stuff like that, and transmit ideas and stuff like that. Everybody knows who Cardi B is. You know, she came out with that song WAP. And it got people out here defending it. Congresswomen defending that song, defending it, that it was appropriate for young girls to be to take in and consume. Cardi B has publicly admitted that she doesn't even let her own children listen to the music that she makes. Don't let that sink in. Let that sink in. Satan or the devil or Lucifer, they understand something that many people don't understand. And as if you want to influence behavior, you don't always have to attack people directly. Influence what they celebrate. Influence what they celebrate. One final thing. And this is a father's struggle. I'm dealing with the realities that my own child is going to be, and she's 11. The world she's going to inherit and what she's going to have to navigate. And I'm doing my level best to give her as many tools as humanly possible. But I'm fighting against the Cardi B's of the world, the Meg Thee Stallions of the world, the Ace Metaphors of the world. I'm even fighting against her own mother's ideology. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most cooked of them all? That is a rhetorical question. That is absolutely a rhetorical question. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most cooked of them all? Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most cooked of them all? That, I don't know. That's just something to ponder. All right, y'all. That's it for tonight for me. I usually have an outro, but you know, this stuff is not working well, and I'm going to let it roll, okay? Thank you guys for who came. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for who stuck by. I appreciate you. And let's not forget something. Try to recognize the devil when you see him. The devil don't ever shows up ugly. They always show up cute and pretty, like Kitty, the whore.